much for being here with us today. And I wanted to ask you how the idea developed from the stroll through Milan, when you had the idea of you wanted to create a swim short, to the moment when you actually had the first sample in your hands. Can you take us through that kind of journey?
Yes, of course. Thank you for having us. So what happened is we had the stroll, we had the idea. We decided that there was no elegant men's swim short on the market. So what we did is we started brainstorming. We took pen and paper and we started writing down what the market needs, where we could produce this, why does the market need this. After that, we started literally going on Google, finding producers all over Italy, mainly like just manufacturers. That's where we started to see like who can actually make the product. Then we took my car, an old Fiat Panda, and we started driving around all of Italy. We literally knocked on the door of factories and we said we want to make just one swim short to see how it works and everything. We found these manufacturers in Piemonte, and with him we drew the swim short. We drew the like model of how it's cut, the straight cut, how wide it has to be, how long it has to be, and everything. And from then we ordered like just one plain light blue color, and we decided to make that one, specific one. And then we had it on, and we tried it on a little holiday on the beach to test the fabric, test the cut, and everything.
And can you tell us about your so far biggest success, which is your collaboration with Rinascente, and how did you manage to get there?
So I'm very happy to say that in about a month we'll be selling at La Rinascente here in Milan. How it worked is that on LinkedIn I just started to find buyers of La Rinascente. I started contacting them. I contacted several of them very, very, very many times. And then one of them replied telling me, yes, we're interested, I'm the menswear buyer, please send your catalog too. And he sent me about 10 emails. So I sent it to those people. Those people replied but then stopped replying and stuff. And then they replied to us in summer last year, and they said, we're very interested, when can you come? I replied, I had no reply all summer, and I moved back to Milan in September, and I decided to give it one last shot. I decided to just say, okay, when can I come and show you the swim shorts? And they replied Friday at 3, and that's when I went with my bag full of swim shorts and showed them our presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Giulio, for being here today with us. Can you tell us about your marketing concept, like your brand ambassadors, your social media presence, and your rather unusual presence on the street markets?
Okay, so yeah, our marketing strategy. So by selling on the website, we've had a bit of a challenge, transmitting the luxury essence of our products. So we had to find creative ways to get people to understand the value, and the main strategy that we thought of was having these Chillworks ambassadors that would, we would somehow convince them, incentivize them to take our sweatpants, and many of them were convinced by themselves just because they wanted a pair. And getting these people in the big target cities that we have, such as London, Geneva, Lausanne, Paris, Milan, and New York, to wear sweatpants and to never lose an opportunity to show them to somebody else, and to tell them, look, this is so comfortable, you have to try it on. Then maybe they have an extra one with them, so they make them try it on, and that tackles the whole problem of people not seeing the product, just on the website, and it's a completely different story. So we have these Chillworks ambassadors. Then we use Instagram almost every day. We create content and do different posts that relate both to the product itself, so the pants being worn by different people, and like how you can wear the pants. Then we also talk a lot about the story, so what's going on behind the scenes, the supply chain, the different manufacturers in Italy, where we get our yarns from. And then there's the concept which kind of governs the brand, which is the concept of chilling, which goes together with the sweatpants. And we believe that we can attract a certain type of crowd just by putting this concept out there and mixing it in, because the brand is that, it's the pants, but it's also the concept. And then recently, so initially we had eliminated the idea of going to markets because we thought it could jeopardize our image, especially not the right market. But 2 weeks ago we went to Brick Lane in London, and it was really a great event for us. The pants, you know, it was good to see how people would interact with our product, and it was definitely proving right one of our hypotheses, which is that once people touch the product, they really want it, and before that, it's not really the case. They might think it's cool, but they're not ready to pay for it. And Brick Lane made this very evident to us. So we'll probably keep appearing at markets, and if not markets, we have to appear somewhere to show our product and make people interact with it physically and not just virtually.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us about your best moment and your biggest challenge as an entrepreneur and as a young entrepreneur, basically, starting your own company?
Yeah, so, I mean, other than the challenge of, you know, not going the usual way where you have a set pay and stuff, that aside, you know, once I chose to go on my own, the biggest challenge in this particular adventure has been dealing with suppliers. So initially to find the suppliers when you're nobody and you're going around and your budget, I mean, you haven't even gotten the certainty that you're going to get some money from investors to make a production, and you just want to test the market. So to get the first production going, which is what we did, 150 pants total between every model, all the colors and stuff. It was very tough to find somebody who would do the job properly and seriously without having that incentive that they're making many pants and therefore they're making money. So it was tough to to deal with them in the sense that once they said yes, then maybe asking for that extra customization, they would maybe get bothered by it because they, in their minds, they're doing you a favor. So dealing with this relationship with the supplier was actually quite tough. And when we weren't happy, since they had the upper hand a bit, because they were doing us a favor, it wasn't always easy to get what we wanted. So, which we did in the end, but it required a lot of presence at their homes and talking to them and becoming friends above all. And then the good moment from this all was I spoke of Brick Lane before. That's the first time that I really saw a lot of interest around our product and our stand, and then we had Chillworks ambassadors or clients, which are not even ambassadors, come in to the market. Some I didn't even tell them about it, but they saw through Instagram, and so there was a big Chillworks community present at Brick Lane, and everybody that would walk by the stand would make a positive comment, and not just, you know, oh, it's cool, you know, they would actually stay there and ask many, many questions. And yeah, it proved right what I said before, that, you know, once they touch the product and they get accustomed to it, then their chances of purchasing one is a lot higher. And yeah, so that day kind of marked a point where, you know, I thought to myself, okay, we're going somewhere with this. So it was definitely a good satisfaction.
Okay. Thank you very much.